How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to break down my process for a highly requested color grade. But before we get started, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. So let's begin. So the first thing that I do with my color grades is I convert the footage to a color space transform. And what this does is it gives me a lot of room to work with when I'm actually doing my color grade. So if I go into my IDT right here, go into my effects tab, color space transform is selected. I have my input color space and input gamma set to red because this was shot on red. DaVinci Y gamma for the output color space. And at the end of the node tree I have ODT right here with these settings. And this is what it looks like. This is pretty good so far. Now, the next thing I want to do before I create my look is I want to actually balance out this image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this node right here. I'm actually going to right click it, go into gamma, and select linear right here. And if you look into my settings, what I did was I raised the gain a little bit, brought the lift down just a little bit. But with the gain, I brought it closer to where I wanted it to go. Because if you can see in the image right here, and even if we go into our vector scope, we can see that the image is leaning a bit towards the yellow and green area. So I want to get rid of that. So this is what it looks like before, after, before, after. We've cleaned her up a lot and we removed a lot of the excess green and yellow. So for the next step, we're actually going to go into our contrast node here, and we're going to select Kazi's Toolkit Look DNA in the DCTL. Now, Kazi's Toolkit is the ultimate cheat code for this color grade. There's a link in the description below for this toolkit. I highly recommend you buy it. It's going to make your color grading process a lot simpler. So with this Look DNA, what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring the exposure down a little bit, set the preset to Kodak 2383, and then fine-tune some adjustments with the blacks, undertones, highlights, and whites. And this is what I came up with. This is looking pretty good so far. I love what this simple tool is doing for skin and what it's doing to the highlights. Now, the highly requested tool that I use that you guys want me to break down for you is the color compressor. This is another one of the tools that are in Kazi's toolkit. And the reason why I use this is because it makes color compressing so much easier. So this is what color compression actually does. If I enable this, it shows that blue and cyan is now the primary color palette and takes over the entire thing. But it doesn't take much effect on her skin tone, which is what I really like. It also helps take away the gunk of the background and helps us separate her from the background. But what it's mainly used for is color separation. Because if you can look in our vector scope right here, even though we balanced it out and provided a good contrast, we are still leaning a little towards the yellow and green area. But if I select color compressor, we have the color palette almost equal on both sides. So that is the genuine power of color compressor. It can take something flat or almost monochrome and create excellent color separation. So moving on to the next tool, which is saturation control. And basically what this does, it lets me decide how hot I want the saturation in the highlights, the mids, and the lows. And this is what I came up with. But let's combine it with the next step, which is color depth. I'm actually using another toolkit that I'll provide you a link with in the description below called Mononodes. And one of the most up-to-date ones right here is very powerful when it comes to creating color density. And if you take a look at my settings here, I definitely wanted to put strong emphasis on her skin and the newly created cyan that we have. So this is what I came up with. It's a small little push, but I love it all the same. And to top off this color grade, I want this to feel like a genuine film look. So I'm going to go into my sharp node right here, and you can see that the mid detail is -20. We're going to smooth her out a little bit, get rid of that digital edge, and I'm going to apply some film grain, which here's my settings for that. And that's before and after. If you want to see more tutorials like this, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.